Morning. I think I'm figuring out my life. So, my name is Courtney, and I had a spiritual awakening like 3 years ago, and then I moved into a trailer, and I thought I was going to build a healing center. Well, I'm still going to build a healing center, but I didn't plan on going broke, so now I have a little bit more work to do than when I did before. The whole bunch of birds just flew by. You can't see them. Anyway, I like listening to their wings. They're just like woof, 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 woof. Anyway, I think I figured out my life. I've spent the last couple of days working on my projects on my website. I still have a lot to do because I have a lot of projects and I'd like to put as many out there as possible. And then my thought is, since I was a sex worker, see, I'm doing all of these projects that are like taking energy and kind of changing it. So I'm doing all of these projects that... Did you ever see My Name is Earl? Where he did some things and then he like wanted to go back and redo them or make them right. Well, it's kind of like that, but not really, because I didn't really do a whole lot of things wrong, but I like to look at where my energy was or is and how I can change that. So I have a whole bunch of projects. One of them is like, there's so many, and of course I'm not going to remember them, but one of them is selling and taking donations for some of my heart rocks and, you know, things like that. But I also have tons and tons of projects of which my mind is not letting me think of, because really I wanted to talk about my life, and I think I just figured it out. Like over the past couple of days, I might have been doing like some spiritual bypassing. I think I've realized that not all of my problems are my spiritual awakening, and if I separate PTSD from the other, there's such a good raven up there. I want to take a picture. That flew away. Sorry, my ADHD brain. Anyway, it's been... I don't even want to really give him much more attention in my videos, but the former partner is now on his way back, and he's been gone for several weeks. And I realized since he's been gone that, you know, it's his dismissive-avoidant behavior, which is his coping mechanism, and he has every right to have that coping mechanism, but it triggers my childhood trauma. So basically, he's probably coped like, however he's coping feels like what I dealt with as a kid and couldn't deal with as a kid and carried on with me. And basically, he's like a dismissive avoidant. So you go to talk to him and you get about 3 sentences in, and then he shuts down and can't fucking handle it. Well, when he shuts down, it triggers my childhood trauma and my poor coping mechanisms, or my inability to manage that. So basically, having this person in my life for years with his terrible coping pattern, while I'm screaming at him to go get help to change the coping pattern, because my mind is like, I know it's just his coping pattern, has put me into this cycle, and it's really bad. And I watched a couple of reels about it, and then basically one of the reels said, you're never going to get off of the cycle of this. It's like this twin flame disassociating avoidant is never gonna stop, and it's just, that's the twin flame. You just gotta get off the merry-go-round, because it ain't fucking merry. So anyway, last night he's like, oh look, I found a bolt, we should dig it up. Should we dig it up? Oh, well, that wasn't really that hard. Did I even... I was like, should we dig it up? It's not that hard. Anyway, would anybody like a bolt? I'd be happy to send you a bolt. So I'm like so proud that I found all of this stuff, and I'm like, it's gonna be different when you're back, because this is what happens, and my priority is my stuff, because he's saying he's coming back, right? So I sent him this message last night that it's like, it's gonna be different. I've realized all of these things. I can't do this, and my top priority is all of my stuff. I need to get my feet on the ground. And he doesn't read it, and then it fucking starts my PTSD episode again. I start unraveling, because this is the same feeling over and over and over again. I've literally done this with this fucking person for 2.5 fucking years. It's been an absolute fucking nightmare. It's been an absolute fucking nightmare. And I would advise anybody who ever says, oh, I think I found my twin flame, just fucking run. Just fucking run. I mean, you're not going to. You're going to be like, woo. You're probably going to be like me when I said, I think the universe is telling me to quit my job as a sex worker, and you're the person. How is that fucking possible? I want variety and experiences, not fucking abuse. And I just signed up for abuse because it felt fucking normal to me. Because it's like, oh, this feels comfortable and oddly normal. Let's sign up for this. Oh, you want me to not have any conversations and not have any thoughts and not process all the shit that I process? Let me think about this. Why did I say yes? What the fuck was wrong with me? And then, stop. We're not going to go that way. And then I wrapped it's not even, it was fucking PTSD. I couldn't even see right side up. I don't even know. I'm so annoyed and upset with it, but I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm just going to use this energy for good fucking shit. Because energy's energy, right? So a lot of times anger energy makes me a lot better, or it propels me. It's how you use the energy. It's all part of using energy, transmuting it and all that shit. I don't know. I'm still learning. These crows are there. Can you see them? Maybe they have PTSD too. I'm just so mad. So I don't know. I'm literally like, I figure all this stuff out. He sends me a message that he's coming back, and of course I'm like in CPTSD guarded mode, because the minute that he's like going to be in my era, I'm like, I have to protect myself. So I'm like, it's not going to be and he just fucking, I'm not fucking listening to you. You know what? He's listened to not one of my feelings, and I'm a smart person, but man, when it starts running off of your PTSD mind, it don't fucking matter. It don't fucking matter. It doesn't matter how smart you are. It's just, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just upset that this is happening. I'm upset I'm in this position, and I really need to change it. So go check out my project page if you've gotten this far. I'm working on all of these different projects that I want to do. I've had ideas and thoughts, and been brainstorming on for months, if not more. Because some of these ideas I've had for quite a long time, I just haven't done because I've been battling this relationship with CPTSD and torturing myself. And yeah, so I don't really know what's in store. What is it, the 24th, the 25th? I gotta pay the truck payment in a couple of days, and then I'm gonna have to pay rent after a couple of days after that, and I'm gonna have to pay, well, my trailer payment's paid for until next month, so I gotta sell some shit. Gotta figure it out. I do not want any more of his money because it's. I also read on a reel. That algorithm works, man. I also read or saw on a reel that it's just this cycle will never end. You gotta get off of it. So I have no idea where I'm going to live. I'm living in this park. I was thinking about getting a tent so that they have like these garage tents that everybody has at this park. And then I could put some of my stuff in there and then try to sell it. But my other option is to just fucking make money, leave my stuff in storage, and get the fuck out of here. Man, I'm so intertwined with this person. It's such a situationship. It's not even funny. And you know, I think I've done myself a disservice by calling it a spiritual awakening when I should have said, "Wow, I have what do I want to say? A flurry of things I have had. I've been diagnosed with major depressive disorder. I've been diagnosed with CPTSD. But I talk about the spiritual awakening mostly because I think it's all part of the spiritual awakening. But it's really, I really got to look at the whole part where I'm very, very, very triggered by somebody who's not healed himself or done the work. So, what do? You got to separate yourself from him because you can't block that, and it's a constant state of fight or flight. I've literally been in fight or flight. Have I been in fight or flight my whole life? Have I ever felt calm? I'm sure. I just saw the coolest rock. Oh, that's a good one. I've literally been in extreme fight or flight since probably about 2 years. Definitely the last year has been really, really, really bad for me. And it's like, oh, I read something else that dismissive avoidants really like. They really like situationships, which is exactly what it's been. Every time I've tried to pull away, he's like, hey, but I'd like to work on your trailer, or, so basically I saw something that said dismissive avoidance. Dismissive avoidance. Let me think about this. Dismissive avoidance, they love situationships because they get all of you. But they don't have to be accountable. And that's what it is. I just say, my advice to anybody thinking that some person is a twin flame, they buckle up for the fucking rodeo that it's gonna be, because that's what it is. It's a rodeo. You're gonna get kicked, you're gonna get knocked down, you're gonna fucking lose everything, and then this person's gonna be like tied to you because the two of you have chosen your souls to intertwine and teach each other lessons, and it's fucking brutal and it's awful, and fuck that shit. I say fuck that shit. I say your twin flame is not your divine partner. He's not your divine partner. He's not your divine partner. Take it from me. I literally quit sex work and I literally changed my life for a man who can't read my text messages. It's terrible. Don't do it. Literally, don't do it. I mean, you're still going to do it. You're still going to do it. If somebody said, don't do it, to me, I'd have been like, no, I'm going to do it. What part of it was it that you liked the most? Was it that he made you feel like shit every other day? Was it that, oh my God. Was it that he left all of your messages unread? Fuck my life. Why did I am the cause of my own problem. My house had fucking wheels and I had money, and instead I let him make me feel like shit. Let him talk to me and not talk to me and dismiss me and avoid me and do all of those things while I went absolutely fucking CPTSD insane. And then I'm like, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. You're coming back, but it's going to be totally different. And he doesn't even read me. Oh my God. Yeah, I know I'm venting, but I want to chronicle what I'm going through because you know what? Other people are going through the same thing. I was so fucking confused over the past 2 years. I didn't even know which way was up or down because it's like my mind will not allow myself to be like, no, you really aren't doing this to me. I'm so confused. I just wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't accept it. And I needed to take a step back and a step away before I could even see what the fuck was happening and take myself out of that position. And I'm still not out of the position, and this is why it keeps cycling, because what happens is he knows that I don't have any money, and he knows that I need him to depend on him so he can do this, because in the end, I'm going to need to go ask him for money, and I need to stop asking him for money. I need to stop relying on him, and I'm not in a position, or haven't been in a position. So that's what I need to put my energy on, not on his stupid shit. Because his stupid shit's going to keep being his stupid shit until he decides he wants to change his stupid shit. He has every right to not change his stupid shit. And maybe he's not. You know what really helped me? Bashar said something in one of his talks about sometimes that's why people came here, to teach other people lessons. And it's, if you think about it, you think about like your soul's figuring out like, oh, what am I gonna do? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go and teach people a lesson and not change, and I'm just gonna go and do all these things. And like, not everybody, I mean, some people are, it's all stage, right? Some people are here on supporting roles, and some people come here to teach people lessons. They don't necessarily just come here to, do the same thing on a mission that you are. I was going to see if my neighbors were out. I think I'm going to go see them. I'll talk to you later. I love you. Bye.